So these are too many. Let me try to, I think, use the last one. Okay. All right, so we are in the qualitative data analyzer, and for this one, it allows you to analyze different documents. Yeah, so let me try to import some documents. Are we able to? Yes, we can import docs, maybe these. Okay, then we process the data. Do you want to display frequency table? Okay, so for this researcher, let's give this researcher blue. For this one, let's give this one red. For this one, let's give this one green. For this one, let's give this one that color. For this one, maybe pink. Okay, then I can't see the table. Okay, so here we can restrict the frequencies because things will be too many. Let's restrict the frequencies to maybe 100 so that we have a simple diagram. Okay, then we can now generate the network diagrams. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so this shows us what is most frequent in all the different papers that we have uploaded. There are 5. So it shows us what is common. It shows us that most of them are talking about management and yeah, data and economic and impact. Okay, but we can also change this to 3D. Okay, we can change this to 4D, and then we generate. Okay, and then we can so the link colors are not showing, but we can toggle the show nodes. Okay, so the nodes can be seen, so we can clearly see what is going on in the data set. Okay, so but anyway, let us now split. Let's go back to 2D and then split. Let's go back to 2D. So we clear the diagram. Let's generate that. And then let's split. Okay. So here we are. So we have splitted them, but let's reduce the frequency to maybe 10. And then generate. Okay, maybe clear. Okay, generate and then split individual. Okay, so there is quite high computation power going on here. Okay, quite high computation power. So this allows us to split the documents and be able to visualize the frequencies in these documents, what is more frequent and what is not. Okay, so the other thing we may want to do, because data has become very complex right now, so let us reduce for each of them maybe 100. Maybe we restrict it to we restrict it to 100. Let me say this. Let me first clear diagram, okay, so that the complexity is reduced, and we can change this to maybe 100. So you need to have a bit of some high computation power in your system, because if your computer is too old and using low graphics, maybe that might give you a problem. So let's now generate that diagram. Then we split. Okay, these are much better. So I would like to move this one here, and I would like to move this one here, and I would like to move this one here. So now we can compare what is similar, what is not. So we see that in the legend, researcher 4 is in blue. So what does researcher 4 talk about mostly? Researcher 4 talks about performance, governance, but this other researcher talks about students, impaired, and training, and all that. And also this other one talks about brand, activities, and this other one talks about management, security, and this one talks about these other issues like debt, revenue, and public. Okay, so this is one way you can use this tool to analyze complex data in different papers or documents. Okay, so yeah, that's the whole point of this. So let's go to something else now. Okay, so now we want to go to 2D to 4D content frequency analysis. Okay, let's start with this one. Okay, okay, so this one looks like it's similar to the previous, so I don't want to repeat the same thing. So let us go to these other ones. So there is that I call data anatomy visualizer matching method, and this is a very powerful tool. Let's go and see. Okay, so this one usually analyzes similarities in data. Okay, it analyzes similarities in data. Let's go to this. No, let's go to downloads, and maybe let's say we open this one. So we'll analyze data between Fitzgerald Whittaker and Thomas Edison, or let's analyze between these, Thomas Edison and Alexander Graham. So this is just hypothetical data. It's not real data, but it is data that is computed in a particular way. Okay, so we generate the diagram. Okay, so now this diagram is showing us that, who is this? Alexander Graham and Thomas Edison. So it is simply just showing us that these documents, they have something in common. I mean, not documents, these variables have something in common. Okay, so now what kind of data have we uploaded? Maybe that's also important. Let me go to downloads, and let me just show you the kind of data we're dealing with here. This one. Okay, and this one is simply it has questions that were being asked to these respondents, and these respondents were answering those questions. Okay, so you see the data is very complex, it's very complex and would be very cumbersome to analyze in this form. So, and it's qualitative data, as you can see. Okay, so let me open the comprehensive one. So this is the comprehensive one. We open the same data with different factors. So we're not interested in questions, we're interested in the responses to the questions. So let's open for all these, and then we generate the diagram. So there we are. Okay, we can zoom in and we can see this is Patrick Johnson, this is Fitzgerald, this is Fitz Newton, this is Fitzgenesis, this is Alexander Graham, this is Thomas Edison, this is Paul Walker, this is Fitzarena. Let's see if we now decompose the variables to see exactly the data points that are matching. So there we are. So with these other statistical software packages, you can't do this. So now, what is this really and why is it important? So let's explore. So first and foremost, you can see this is Thomas Edison who's saying no to something, but we're not interested in such responses. We're interested in qualitative responses. Okay, so let's see other qualitative responses. So for this one, looks like there is something interesting. So this is a matching method though. So male, male. So all these are males. Okay, all these are males. Cool. So all these respondents are males. Okay, then what else is matching? So now all these are females. Okay, so we have Fitzgenesis is female, Alexander Graham is female, Fitzmaria is female, and Fitzarena is also female. So you see, so this this category is for females and this category is for males. So you can navigate around the data. Now this is data represented in a anatomic manner, making you have free options to navigate around the data when you're dealing with really complex data. So this is not something that SPSS or Stata and eViews is able to give you. Okay, so now we can also visualize this data by those things that are not matching. We generate the diagram first, and then we have things that are not matching around these. Now let us decompose by non-matching. There we are. So we have, now here we can analyze things that are not matching in the data. So as you can see, this is Fitzgenesis was responding rarely to something, twice a week. These are differences, but we are interested in things. So this is like the mode of transport that these people use. So let's see. Yeah, let's see. Let's use this one. Now this one, Patrick Johnson uses a taxi, Alexander uses a car, Fitzgerald uses a car, Thomas Edison uses a bus, Fitz Newton uses a taxi. Okay, what other factors? Let's see, what other factors can we analyze? So this is the age of these people. So Fitzgerald cannot say his age. Fitzgerald Whittaker cannot say his age. It's confidential. Then Fitz Newton, Whittaker. Okay, these are salaries now. Okay, so you can see this person earns about 10,000 to 15,000 kwacha, and this one earns about 5,000 to 10,000, 5,000 to 10,000, 5,000 to 10,000. So for yeah, so basically you can use this this network analysis to examine your data, especially if it has different characteristics that require some serious analysis, deep analysis. Okay, so yeah, so this is what we can do. And remember, this is hypothetical data. Nothing is real in this data that I presented, and these are also hypothetical names. Okay, so we close the chapter. This is just a brief overview of what Stevanialysis is able to do. Other things have not been demonstrated in this session, and we are going to show those other factors later. We have data transformation techniques, which we have not discussed, and we are going to show you that. Then the other thing is that, like I mentioned, in Stevanialysis there are these other factors that I have not talked about, and we'll basically talk about them in the next session. All right, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Research Expert Solutions. Very soon we're going to create a YouTube channel for Stevanialysis as well. So in the meantime, you can just access tutorial videos on Stevanialysis through the Research Expert Solutions YouTube channel. So you can visit Research Expert Solutions at YouTube and consider subscribing to our channel to stay updated with latest posts on tutorial videos about data analysis, data visualization, data transformation, conceptual framework mind mapping, and literature review analysis, as well as network analysis in Stevanialysis. So yeah, stay tuned and see you next time.